Okay, now I'm going to show you chalk brushing. Now what I would normally do, start with, is I've got lighter fluid, just standard lighter fluid. Just put it in a jar. I'm just going to wet the bristles a little bit. And I've got some chalk. Just going to brush chalk onto that. Now, although I do it on pocket watches, I'm just doing a platform here. And you'll sort of see quite quickly just the effect it's going to have. And it's going to clean it up quite nicely. So you can sort of see where it's already coming up and where the tarnish still is. It just lifts it. So what it is that the chalk itself is slightly abrasive. And then when you mix it with the lighter fluid, it just gives it a little bit more stain power. I'll just do the reverse side too. Just rotating it around. So this system works as well for clocks as well as for watches. So I'm going to put that to one side. I'm now going to do the other components. Now the chalk I'm using is actually from a riverbed in the UK. I got it when I was back at college, so it's lasted me almost best part of 40 years. French chalk is generally a lot finer. I personally don't like it. I think it's just too soft. Okay, just losing a bit of its charge. Do that again. As you can probably sort of see on here, it is quite messy. So you will need to clean up afterwards. Now, with that done, that's the wet side done. I'm now going to turn the chalk over. Use the dry side. I've got a different brush here, slightly softer brush. I'm just going to go over it one more time. Now I'm going to use like a paintbrush. I've cut the bristles down because they're quite short, just so I've got a bit of stubbiness. So I'm going to now clean the plate. Just move that out of the way for a moment. Just trying to get in the different areas. You sort of see that I've taken the end stones all out. Just gives me a great opportunity just to get in there and just really clean it. And also do the same quickly for the others. The other nice thing with chalk is that it really lifts up the old silvering as well. And it does it the same for the nickel plates, the gilded plates on pocket watches, and also wristwatches. Now that I've got to this point, I'm now going to do the ends of the pivots. So I'm going to use the flat end of pegwood, and I'm just going to drill that on, and I'm going to go on to the other side as well. Just give those pivots a really nice clean. And we're going to do the same with the pat balance as well. Now the person previously, or the owner, had actually sprayed this with WD-40, and it was really oily. So you sort of see the holes in the pegwood, which done that quite nicely. Now also, if you notice, I've done that sharpen that to a nice flat, dip that in the lighter fluid. I'm just going to clean in between the pinions. Now that's all done. Now in the next stage, I've got a scalpel and another piece of pegwood. I'm going to sharpen it to a point. I'm going to turn away for the moment. Right, so now I've got it to a point. I'm going to dip it into the lighter fluid, and now I'm going to peg out the jewel holes and the jewels themselves. I'm just cleaning all around in there as well. I'm going to do both sides, just to make sure it is completely clean. With regards to the wheels, I'm just going to, and the smaller plates, I'm just going to pop them in here. Make sure when you put the balance wheel in, the hairspring is on top. Because what you don't want to do is when you put it out, is then have the hairspring being weighed down by any fluid. I'm just putting the smaller plates in there. I'm going to leave it in there for a few moments, and then removing. You get a blower. I'm going to hold the end of the hairspring very, very carefully. I'm just going to blow it dry. Now what I'm showing you is how to clean something by hand. I will additionally here be putting it in our watch cleaning machine as well. But for all of our older pieces that we repair and restore here, this is the process that I would go through anyway. So I just make sure that it's as clean as possible. So using the old system as well as the new. But if you can't afford or don't have an electronic cleaning machine, this is more than adequate.